After seeing the trailer for Smile 2, I did not have high expectations going into this one. In fact, I thought it was just going to be another unworthy sequel looking for a cash grab. Let's talk about that. Smile 2 follows Skye Riley, a pop star grappling with the pressures of fame while trying to overcome a troubled past. As she embarks on a world tour, she encounters a series of disturbing and inexplicable events that make her question her sanity, mirroring the horrifying experiences in the original film. Hey everyone, it's Dave from Nerdbox. Thank you for joining me here for another review on the channel. Don't forget to drop a like and comment on this video. Now, Smile 2. As I mentioned at the top of this video, I was not excited about seeing this movie, especially after seeing that trailer and seeing an outcome to a major character introduced in the first film that I was invested in. Here, now I had to expect getting a whole new protagonist and having the journey and the story start all over again from scratch. And I'm sure some of you are probably going to skip the movie just because of that. Well, in our opening scene, it takes place 6 days after the previous events in the first film, and we see Joel looking to find a host for the demon that has plagued him over the past week. And as I mentioned, we see the events unfold in the trailer, so no spoilers here, but bad things do happen to Joel. And it's something that maybe I would have been more surprised and enjoyed more if I saw that on the big screen and not in the trailer. So as I sat there disgruntled in my chair, struggling to get through the slow pacing of the first act, little did I know that I was slowly becoming invested in Skye's journey and her growing fear, making the eventual horror of the film that more impactful. And in a year that has been so dominated by outstanding female performances in the horror genre with Demi Moore, Lauren Lavera, Jenna Cannell, and Micah Monroe, Naomi Scott may have had the breakout performance of the year. Her performance as Skye explores the darker side of celebrity, showcasing the mental toll and the isolation that can accompany living a high-profile lifestyle. Whether it's dealing with rabid fans, hectic schedules, or even stalkers, we begin to feel for her throughout her entire journey in the film, and as her reality begins to crumble and unravel around her, we can't help but feel those same feelings of distress that she does. Director Parker Finn skillfully crafted a tense atmosphere throughout the entire film that kept me on the edge of my seat. The movie's exploration of mental health, while blurring the lines between reality and illusion, adds a psychological depth to the film, something that I have not felt or experienced since John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness. The visual effects and the gore are stunning, enhancing the already terrifying imagery and ensuring that we are fully immersed inside the chilling world of Smile 2. The score in the film grew with intensity as the scenes did, and it kind of just elevated your heart rate. And as I mentioned, Naomi Scott, her acting really just pushed you over the edge, because I did some research about it, but when you're watching movies with heightened music and heightened breathing, you can't help but mimic what's going on the screen. So if you immerse yourself in this movie, it is truly terrifying when it comes to anxiety. And as the film progresses, the horror elements that we saw in Smile are there, and probably a little bit more gorier than what we saw in the first film. You truly do not know where anything is going in this film by the time you get to the final act. Now, it's hard for me to find negatives for this film, but I do have two. The first being the reveal of a major character death in the trailer. Like I mentioned before, this is something that could easily turn people off from the film, and they could be missing out on something that is really good. And it also lessens the impact it would have had if we were watching the movie in the theaters and then it happened. The next negative I have is that later in the film we meet a character that thinks he has everything figured out, and as they begin to explain the situation and the past and the lore that goes along with this demon, some things just don't seem to add up. Smile 2, I am giving 4 out of 5 stars. I do think that it is a worthy sequel to the original, if not maybe a little bit better. And if you like films like Uncut Gems and In the Mouth of Madness, and even most recently The Substance, it feels like there were little components taken from each of those movies and tossed into this one just to amplify how terrifying this actually is. So if you struggle with anxiety, I would pop a pill before you go to see this one, because it's definitely going to elevate that heart rate. It's funny, you know, the first half of this year was really dog shit when it came to horror movies, but my god, since August we've been getting some amazing movies coming out, and it's really making up for the lackluster year that we've had so far. We're on par with the last 2 years of horror, so let me know if you're going to see this movie or if the trailer turned you off. Drop a like on this video, and until the next, see ya.